Nothing matters unless you have faith. Nothing matters unless you believe. Yes, because even if you believe in science, even if you have faith in physics, that is faith and belief in something. There are some people who don't even believe in science, who don't even believe in physics and how we cannot defy the laws of our reality. And if you're new here, assalamu alaikum, merry meet, and welcome back to your daily dose of DragonFaether. My name is Azura DragonFaether, the Draconic Priestess, and I will be your host today in sharing the magic of faith. And yes, faith is magical. It is inherently a magical act to choose to have faith and to believe in something no matter what it is. The reason why I bring today's episode to you is because I would not be who I am today. I would not be standing. I would not have reached the levels of success and of happiness and of comfort that I have now today in my life if I abandoned my faith in who I am, if I abandoned my faith in the dragons, if I abandoned my faith in God. And that is truly my story. This is why I remind people it doesn't matter where you have faith, it doesn't matter what you believe, but wherever your faith is and however you choose to believe will always determine your reality. Because had I believed that I wasn't worthy, had I believed that I deserved the abuse that I got, had I believed that I was meant to be small and I was too scared and I wasn't fierce enough to stand up in my truth, then I would never be Azura DragonFaether, the Draconic Priestess, who I am today. It was my faith that no matter what I was going through, yes, I know that there is something better for me on the other side. I had no proof. All I had was faith. Okay, I had faith in Azura DragonFaether that I would be free from all of the hardships that I was dealing with, from the abusive relationships that I was in, from losing all of the people that I loved, from losing family that I cherished, from having such horrible doubts in my own existence, wanting to unsubscribe from the Earth game, if you catch my drift. Had I succumbed to these experiences, these expressions of my emotion, and sacrificed my faith in myself, sacrificed my faith in my dreams, sacrificed my faith in the dragons or my gods or Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala before I knew his name, I would be nothing. I would not be standing. I would not be alive. Do you understand me? That is the magic of faith. And when you place your faith in something, and it doesn't matter what it is, it could be your dragons, it could be any deity, it could be Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, it could even just be yourself. You could genuinely just put your faith in science and it will change and shift the way you experience reality. Why? Because that is the magic of faith. That is the power of your belief systems. It doesn't matter if I believe the sky is blue, it's blue. But if I believe the sky is green, you could try and tell me that, no, Azura, the sky is actually blue. But if I really had faith the sky was green, you could not convince me otherwise. And that is my entire point. Some people think that Muslims are inherently terrorists, okay? And you can't change their minds, and it's so sad and it hurts people and it ruins lives. But the true reality is that Islam is a very peaceful religion, and people who are Muslim, the majority of the time, just want to do their best to please their Lord and to take care of their families and to do the best that they can, okay? Just the way that people sometimes will have faith that all witches are evil and worship the devil and practice black magic, which is cruel and meant to hurt you and meant to destroy people's lives. And it doesn't matter how much you tell them, no, most pagans and witches, they just have a really deep love for nature, actually. And they really love the old gods. Like, that's the actual truth, right? About pagans and witches in the modern era. But it doesn't matter if someone believes that all witches are evil. That is what they're going to experience if that is what they believe, regardless if it's real or not. And this is why I tell you the magic of faith is that it gives you a stepping stool to start to define your reality in a new way, in a brand new light. You do not need to change who you are. You do not need to change where your faith is placed, but you need to understand that you always have the opportunity to. You can always choose to change your path. You can always choose to change your faith, and you can always choose to never abandon your faith in yourself, no matter what people tell you you have to be, no matter who people tell you they are, no matter what people think they know about you, because no one knows anything about you. That is the ultimate truth and the ultimate, like, freeing realization that I had when I realized, no, I define myself. No, I get to define how I believe. No, I get to define what my faith looks like. No, I get to define what my craft looks like. No, I get to define who I am in this lifetime, and everybody's gonna have a problem with it if they can't control who I am. And this has probably been true for you in your life too, especially if you identify as like a witch or a Muslim or any sort of marginalized, identity, be it your choice or otherwise, right? Like, you can't choose to be born with a certain skin color, and the world is just gonna label you a certain way because of what they believe. And that is the most detrimental and sad and traumatic way that faith manifests when it's placed in the wrong way. But when faith is placed within your heart, within your dreams, within your desires of having a better future, of having a life that you're proud of having a world that is full of love and laughter, you have to understand that it starts with you, within your heart, and you have to purify your heart with your faith. Every single day you are afraid, and that is the magic of faith, right? Like, if I didn't have faith that my dreams of, one day I'm gonna share how I overcame this and people are gonna listen to me. If I didn't have faith in my intuition telling me that, I would not be where I am today, able to give you guys the daily dose. And that is what the daily dose even is here on my channel now. It's an act of faith within myself, within my dragons, within Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, because I know better than to run away after all of that I've overcome, after all of the faith that I've cultivated within myself, after all that I have learned, right, about the people of the world. This journey on my channel has been one about learning about the faith of the people of humanity. It's not just about the faith of the witches. It's not just about the faith of the Muslims. No, it's about the faith and the beliefs of everybody, even if they do not have a belief. Shout out to my atheists, okay? Like, I need you to be so for real with me right now in the sense of, how do you believe about yourself? Where is your faith in yourself? How are you placing faith in yourself? Do you have a routine to remind yourself of your faith? This is what I love about being Muslim. Praying 5 times a day really is great at reminding me my faith, okay? In Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and what is actually supposed to be my priority. However, when it comes to your life and in your expression and in your, reality, how are you choosing to show up every day for your faith, right? Like, before I found Islam, I had my daily devotionals with my dragon guardians. And while my daily devotionals look different with my dragon guardians now, that practice of getting up every morning and starting my morning with meditation and lighting my candles and incense for my guardians and doing it again before I went to bed every single day. Do you have any idea how that grounded me radically within my faith, even though I was so afraid to be who I was, because I was getting not only bullied and harassed in my real life, but also bullied and harassed online when I wanted to share my love for dragons. This has truly been my journey, and this has truly been like the hardest part of my journey, is having to choose myself every single day, having to remind myself, no, I have faith within you, Azura. Like, you can do this. You gotta keep going. You gotta believe in yourself. You can get up. You can do it. This isn't the end for you. These are the talks that we have with ourselves that define the reality that we live. You are in charge and responsible for how you have faith in this life. And the world is gonna set you on a path of autopilot for what you should and should not believe in if you do not consciously take control of your faith for yourself, okay? That is why I am who I am today, okay? Like, if I let anyone else dictate what my faith in myself was, I would not be Azura DragonFaether, the Draconic Priestess today. I do not know who I would be if I allowed that to happen to me, but I certainly wouldn't be on your screen right now. Now, would I? No, I choose what happens for me. I choose who I show up as. I choose where I place my faith, and that is the magic. That is truly where the magic begins. Because the second that I choose to place my faith in something, reality shifts to confirm it for me, right? Like if I believe the world is a shitty place to be, my brain is going to try and find anything in my reality to confirm that that is indeed true and factual, okay? But if I choose that this world is moving into a good and positive place and we are just in a rough patch right now, and if I choose to believe that, hey, I'm gonna show up, I'm gonna do whatever I can to help my community, I'm gonna do whatever I can to be myself and speak my truth no matter what happens, no matter what opposes me in my life, this radically shifted my life into being the happiest I've ever been. You can just see it on my face. Like you can just hear it in my voice. Like I have never been happier in my life, and I am not gonna try and like sugarcoat how I got here, right? Because it was ugly. And there were many nights that I absolutely almost lost myself. So many times crying, bleeding, broken on the floor, like in my bathroom, just wishing to disappear. No, I had to get through those nights with faith still in my heart that I could show up, that I could be who I am, that I could speak my truth. And if I didn't, I would have succumbed to whatever hardship I was dealing with, whatever obstacle that was threatening to crush me. And there's so many things in this world that are threatening to crush you too. But all I'm trying to do is remind you about the magic of faith. And it all starts with you, and how you choose to believe in you determines how you show up in this world. And that is the most powerful tool you have, okay? So do not fear, do not grieve, simply have faith and choose to place it wherever your heart desires. This is a life of free will. You are not you're not being compulsed or being what's the word? You're not being compelled. That's the word. You're not being compelled to believe a certain way. You're not being compelled to be a certain way. No, there are trends and popular ways of being and believing, but you are not required to be a certain way because you have free will. You are not a prisoner. This is not a prison planet. This is a test. This is an experience. This is a discovery. It's a journey to see who you are. It's a journey to see where your faith is. It's a journey to see if you have any faith at all. Truly. So who are you? Let me know in the comment section below. Let me know a magical experience you have had because you had faith, and it doesn't matter what faith you had, okay? It could be faith in God, it could be faith in your dragons, it could be faith in, your ancestors, whoever it is. I want to hear about it because your life is so beautiful and so uniquely magically yours that we can all learn from each other. No matter what our perspectives are or our belief systems, everybody has a little bit of faith somewhere in their lives, and everybody everywhere experiences a little bit of magic and a little bit of miracles because of it, okay? So don't forget to let me know in the comments down below who you are and how your faith is magical. And as well, don't forget to join the Hatchling Clan Discord server if you'd like to have more discussions with us about faith, about religion, and of course about the dragons. And if you missed yesterday's episode, you're definitely going to want to check it out. I believe, what was my episode yesterday? Oh yeah, it was Mother's Day yesterday. What a fail. Okay, so if you missed my episode about Tiamat and why she's the matron of dragon witches, you're definitely gonna wanna go check out that episode. But stay tuned tomorrow because we have a wonderful tarot reading for you for Tuesday. I'm super excited to, get back into our regular daily schedule before we get back into another dragon week here soon. But thank you so much for choosing to spend some of your day with me today. And don't forget that your faith is so magical and powerful, innately, inherently, and no one can take it away from you unless you let them. Okay, my loves? But until next time, stay geeky chicken every day! Little hatchlings! Ding, 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 ding. Okay, good office, blessed be, and Amin.